In this video, I will take you through the best gaming settings for your Sony Bravia TV. Now, over here I have the Sony Bravia Google TV, but it doesn't matter the type of Sony TV you have, whether you have the old Sony Bravia TV or the Sony Bravia Android TV. This video will help you optimize any Sony TV you have when a gaming device like an Xbox, your PlayStation 5, or just any gaming device is connected to the TV. And to do this, first things first, you want to make sure that your gaming device is actually connected to your TV. In my case over here, I already have my PlayStation 5 connected to one of the HDMI input source of my Sony TV over here. So basically, you want to head over to that particular input source where your gaming device is connected to. You can go ahead and press on the input source button on your remote control. Now select the input source where your gaming device like your PlayStation 5, your Xbox, or just any gaming device is connected to on your TV. And at this point, what you want to do is to go ahead and press on the menu button on your remote control to bring out this menu over here on the TV. And first things first, you want to make sure that picture mode is actually set to game mode, and this will help to optimize the overall picture quality of your Sony TV for gaming. But obviously, there are some changes we still have to make on the TV. So what you want to do is to scroll horizontally until you get to the settings icon over here. Go ahead and click on it. Now from here, you want to go ahead and select the inputs and channels option over here. Now scroll down to where you have the external inputs over here. Now scroll down until you get to the HDMI signal format, and then just go ahead and select HDMI signal format. Now you want to make sure you turn on 4K HDR for that particular input source where your gaming device is connected on your Sony TV. Now in my case, since my PlayStation 5 is actually connected to HDMI 3, I'll just go over to HDMI 3 and make sure it is actually set to enhanced format or enhanced format with Dolby Vision over here on the TV, because this is actually the 4K HDR feature on Sony smart TVs. Mind you, if your Sony TV is not 4K and does not support HDR, then you most likely will not have these options on your Sony TV. But if you have it, make sure you set it to enhanced format or enhanced formats with Dolby Vision. Go ahead and open up the menu again on your TV, and then you just want to scroll over to where you have the picture settings. Go ahead and select that. And here we are going to be making some changes to the picture settings of this particular HDMI input source. Now first things first, you want to come over to the brightness and make sure that brightness is actually set to max. You can go ahead and leave every other thing as they are over here. And then if you come over to the black adjust and the contrast enhancer, you also want to make sure that both of these options are turned off for the particular HDMI input source where your gaming device is connected to. Coming over to the color option, you also want to make sure that this is set to expert 1, that is the color temperature. Now make sure that live color is also turned off, and then under clarity, you want to make sure you leave everything over here as they are. And then for reality creation, you want to make sure that this is set to off. And the reason for this is sometimes it actually affects the picture quality of the game you're playing on the TV, because it is meant to actually help to pop up pictures that are not so clear on the TV. And if you have like your PlayStation 5 or your Xbox connected to your Sony TV, then this is actually of no use, because most likely you're playing a game at the best possible picture quality you can actually play from your PlayStation. So you have to turn this off so that it does not mess with the picture of the TV. Also, you want to make sure that noise reduction is turned off automatically. These are even blurred out already. Now the last thing you want to make sure you do is to turn off the power saving mode. If you leave the power saving mode, it automatically adjusts the brightness of the TV so that the TV does not consume so much power, which can sometimes affect the game you're playing on your TV. So make sure that you actually turn this off so that it does not automatically adjust the brightness of this particular input source on your Sony TV. Now these are basically all you have to do to get the best gaming experience on your Sony TV. If this video was helpful, guys, please make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more interesting tech tips like this one.